All right, this is day one of the deck disaster. So I think maybe I should just give you a 2-minute explanation of what's happening here. Uh, First, obviously, it's a disaster. I think that's pretty obvious. It was probably built, I want to say 20 years ago, maybe 25 years ago, something like that. Built incorrectly. If you know anything about decks, you can obviously see why it's screwed up. But if you don't understand, I'll explain. First thing is you see the supports, they're going the wrong way. You get a 50-50 shot. They put them the wrong way. So they're going this way. They're supposed to come off the house like this. Now, if you see here, see what this character did here? It's two separate frames. It's a one big frame over here and one big frame over here, and it's connected. And there's no columns in the center. That's another problem. So obviously I need to put columns in the center. I mean, this thing probably would still be standing if they would have just put 3 columns in. Floating deck. I mean, this thing was only nailed. See that piece right there? That was just nailed in here. Just nails. Through board and batten into shiplap. That's it. Nails. You can see the nails right there. If he would have put the columns in, one column here, one in the middle, and there is one at the end. That's why this is sloped like this. If they would have just put 2 in, this thing would probably still be standing. Now, it wouldn't have been right, and I wouldn't say it would be safe to put 10 people on this thing. I wouldn't do it, but it would probably still be standing. So what to do first? What to do first? I think the first thing is that I gotta clean off this top, and I gotta expose the framing. And to do that, I gotta get all these 2x6s off. A lot of work, but it's basically just grunt work. Oh my God. Okay. On 3. I'm talking to my friends. My hands are gonna stink when this is over. Haha, nice. Okay, late start today, but this is what I got so far. Basically, I cut all these 2x8s off that center. Let's step down on my little steps here and hopefully they don't fall. Okay. And I'm taking this end out. Look how deep these posts were in. Look at this. It's less than a foot. I mean, this is like 6 inches. It wasn't even really in the ground. I mean, essentially. Look, there's not even a hole there. Probably going to reuse some of these. Some of these are real good. You can see. Something important. Let me get over here into the shade. If I'm yelling, I apologize. I got earplugs in. I don't know if you can see it, but right through there, there's a riser for the cesspool. Essentially what a riser is that it allows you to get into it without having to dig the whole thing up. It's very convenient. All you do is snap 2 clips, twist it off, throw the hose in there, suck it out, put the thing back on. It's very, very, very simple. Obviously you have a green cap there, but I don't mind it. Now what this means is that the cesspool is right underneath that, and it's a concrete cesspool, so it's been, these things are like, they last like 50-60 years. They last a long time, 30 to 50 years maybe, or something like that. But the last time they were in here to suck this thing out, the guy said, maybe you got 10 years, something like that. So clearly, if you think about it, if I built this deck right to where these posts are now, dug holes, put the forms in there, everything, and then we had to replace that cesspool, we'd have to knock down the deck. So I have to move it. I would love to build it this big, but I can't risk it. Clearly when this was built, it was like, who cares? That deck will fall down before I have to remove the cesspool. Clearly it did. That's the one thing. That's the one thing this guy was right about. So we're gonna have to come right around here or something like that. Another thing I want to prepare for is that I don't want to be anywhere near that window, because right behind that window is the oil burner, and at some point in time I'm going to want to send the exhaust of that oil burner out the window. I don't think you can send it out underneath a deck. I don't believe you can. So I'm going to want to be like right around here, which is about 18 or 19 feet. All right, update. Big update. Just wanted to get this done. Didn't really want to film taking everything apart. A lot of garbage. All the handrails are over here, even the garbage ones. If you could see, I just tacked in a couple of temporary braces to hold this up. And I did that just to keep the dogs out of there. Okay, so I dug 2 holes and I just had to take a break. So I figured I'd come over here and start tearing some stuff apart. Oh, this is a real nice surprise. This is rotted, so it's coming in this corner. So when I saw that, I was like, man, it's coming in the corner. I wonder how bad this one is. Well, this looks rotted too. You can see it right in here. So this thing was all flashed incorrectly. I'm gonna have to rip up some stuff here. This is gonna require some work. Come on, you want to come out? Yeah, there it is. Oh man, would you look at that? It's not even. Oh, Jesus Christ. Cat skills. Oh my God. Ooh. Not reusing this one. Need a hammer. This could just break off right in my face. Beautiful, and that's the house. Okay, now this should come out too, but there's a nail in it. Let's take this out. Would you look at this situation I am in? Would you look at this situation I am in? Well, all in all, actually, this is going to work out. I got to cut a real nice piece, though. And what should I do over here? Well, I do want to replace all this. See this thing? I want to make one single piece. Yeah. This paper is pretty not good. Man, this is not the spot you want to be in at 5 o'clock. Holy moly. Right up against here. Always put your hammer back into your tool belt. Tight over here, very tight. That's right in there. I got it nailed in here. Just one nail over there, one nail over here. That's tight over here, that's good. Good. Real good. We're taped in, and I sort of made a decision here that, see, I mean, we have this problem here too, and I'm thinking that I'm just going to cut it straight across and put a flashing in straight across here too. I think this is the right move. I got that problem too, but I mean, paper looks good underneath there, so I mean, it is what it is until I come in here and replace all these things with rough cut. But here's the thing, is if I don't cut this off right here, I'll never get to it because the deck will be in front of it. So I really have to cut this off and put a piece of flashing in. Then when I want to, I can rip off all this siding and put new ones in. Close. It's close. Real close. Beautiful. I'll have to rewire that. Ah, here we go. Nice. Okay, I got the paper in. Nailed this back down. I'm gonna put that board in here. Got all that paper stapled in. I'll cut this afterwards. And I'm gonna put some paper in here, obviously. I'm gonna stretch this across, but first I wanna get that board in. tar paper's in. Everything is good here. I don't know what I'm going to do with that outlet because that's right where the flashing is going to be. So I got to figure that out. So I lost a bunch of wood, as you can see. I lost even this one's up, but it's all destroyed. And I really shouldn't have even put it up, but I figured out what the hell. So I need a special order. The person that's going to make this stuff is, he'll probably take a little while to do it. So, but now it's not in the way of the deck. I could put the deck up and replace the siding, no problem. All right, for now I'm done. I'm just going to close up that hole so a mouse doesn't get in there. Tap me on the nose in the middle of the night. Hey, you got any food around here?